Support for the Idaho Matters podcast is brought to you in part by University of Idaho, Idaho's only Carnegie R1 classified research university. Our Carnegie R1 designation recognizes the discoveries we make that help our forests thrive. It means we're creating more doctors and doing real research to strengthen cybersecurity for Idaho businesses, our energy sector, and every Idahoan. More at go.uidaho.edu/Idaho-is-Idaho.
Hundreds of bills move through the Idaho legislature each session, and it can be hard to keep track of what's really at stake. The Connector follows the legislation that's gaining traction with clear reporting and local context you can trust. Stay connected to the State House with The Connector, Idaho Daily News. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
From the studios of Boise State Public Radio News, I'm Gemma Gaudette. More Idaho Matters right now. For some teens, when the school day ends, the pressure doesn't always stop, but the Boise Brick House is changing that. The drop-in center offers high schoolers a safe place to unwind and grab a snack and get some homework done, even connect. So joining us now to talk more about this space is Alex Shriver, Youth Programs Manager of Boise Brick House. Alex, nice to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me.
For those not familiar, Alex, can you start by telling us a little bit more about the Boise Brick House and why it was created?
Yeah, absolutely. So just as you mentioned, we are an after-school drop-in center for high school-aged youth between the grades of 9 and 12 here in downtown Boise. Although we're pretty close to Boise High, we're open to all high school students within the Treasure Valley. So it's just an awesome place to have students come in between 3 to 5:30. They come in, they get something to eat, as well as just that third space that we're always talking about. It's an opportunity for them to learn job skills. It's an opportunity for them to do homework. Peer-to-peer tutoring is very important here. Also, it's just a place for them to feel safe. The world is a messy place right now, and so for kids to be able to feel safe is huge for not only their mental health, but their personal well-being as well.
So the Brick House is called a teen-driven drop-in center. So I'm curious about what that actually looks like on the ground. So like when a student walks through the doors, how do teens help shape that space and what does that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a couple of adult mentors here that make sure the place is running, but it's really, like you mentioned, teen-driven. So when it comes to homework help, when it comes to job skills, teams really rely on each other in order to kind of encourage each other to do these types of activities. We have local partnerships such as like Starbucks, as well as a couple other nonprofit organizations, to where we want to be able to provide skills and opportunities for these students to be the best version of themselves. Growing up, I've always wish I had an adult figure in my life, and there's statistics that say that having a safe adult figure in your life is crucial and important for your mental health. And so we kind of shape our understanding around that a little bit. So we provide, like I mentioned, we provide all sorts of different services and activities for youth, but it really is team driven. If a student wants to come in after school and hang out and be on their phone for 2 hours, they can do that. We provide specific activities such as crafting, such as other mental wellness activities, but those are always voluntary. We want our students to feel safe, number one. And then after they feel safe, if they want to participate in the activities, they can, but those are never required.
So you mentioned mental wellness, and my understanding is that this is really at the heart of what you do. So how do you make sure you have an environment, as you said, where first and foremost teens feel safe, but they feel respected, but also they just feel comfortable, being themselves? As you said, like if they want to come in and be on their phone for 2 hours, great. I mean, you're not going to be telling them like most adults do, get off your phone, get off your phone.
Yeah, absolutely. And so to kind of get back to your question, it's a hard question to answer because everything is so rapport if that makes sense. Students come in, and if they feel safe and comfortable in the environment that they're in, they're more willing to talk about the hard things that are going on at their home. They're more willing to talk about the hard things that are going on at their school, as well as academics, sports, so on and so forth. And so a lot of it is just building the trust with students. And that's something that takes time and that takes effort. I pride myself, I've worked with students and youth for the last 10 years in a variety of job settings. I've really noticed that after about 4 to 5 months of really getting to know the students, that's when they feel safe enough to open up and to talk about some of these hard things that they're experiencing in this world. As you mentioned with the phone thing, we wish they wouldn't be on their phones, but at the same time, what's most important is that they're in an environment that provides them opportunity to do something else besides that. And so we just want to be able to create that safe space. And I know I mentioned that multiple times, but I cannot emphasize enough, having that third space available for students is so crucial for their mental health. And studies show that having that adult figure in their life that's not their parents can really increase that mental wellness aspect.
So I'm curious too about the type of feedback that you're hearing from teens themselves about this space and what it means to them.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, feedback is phenomenal. We have a variety of students that are graduating this year, and they are willing and wanting to have the Boise Brick House be a host for their graduation party. We have received feedback from students that when we say 6 months ago or 9 months ago, we would close at 5 o'clock. We had students going, "Hey, can you be open just a little bit later? Mom or dad or whoever doesn't get off of work until then, and I got nowhere to go after 5 o'clock." And so we really pride ourselves in listening to the feedback of our students, and I think the results share for themselves. We've had our attendance has actually tripled in the last 6 months since I've been involved here, and that's because like you mentioned, it's very youth driven. If youth want to stay a little bit later until 5:30, we're going to do what we can to make that happen. If youth want to have an opportunity to celebrate with the adults here at the Boise Brick House, we want to be able to make that happen. If they need meals or some kind of food that's a healthy alternative to maybe what they have at home, we want to provide that. And so we're always open to feedback from students. We're always open and willing to have that conversation with them because we want to be able to provide what they need to be successful human beings.
I have less than a minute left with you, but I want to get this question in. If folks are interested, how can they help support the Brick House?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are diversifying our funding right now. And so individuals are always willing to donate through financial resources, but also through volunteering as well as through food resources too. If you go to our website, we're actually a member of the nonprofit Families and Youth of Idaho, where their youth programs aspect of it. If you go to the website fyidaho.org and you click the donate button or you click the Boise Brick House button, it will give you directions on how you can contribute to the Boise Brick House and how you can contribute to just local teams that need that extra support.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming in and talking to us today. We've been speaking with Alex Shriver, Youth Programs Manager at Boise Brick House. You've been listening to Idaho Matters from Boise State Public Radio. I'm Gemma Gaudette.
Hi, it's Terry Gross, host of Fresh Air. Hey, take a break from the 24-hour news cycle with us and listen to long-form interviews with your favorite authors, actors, filmmakers, comedians, and musicians, the people making the art that nourishes us and speaks to our times. So listen to the Fresh Air podcast from NPR and WHYY.